Hello students, welcome to our today's lesson, Processes that Occur Along Plate Boundaries. And I'm your grade 10 science teacher, Mrs. Mary Joy I.S. Camillas. Let me read you first the most essential learning competencies to explain the different processes that occur along the plate boundaries. Let's have a review with our previous discussion regarding the different type of plate boundaries. The first type of plate boundary is the convergent boundary, and it talks about boundary in which two plates move towards each other. And we also discussed that convergent boundary happen in three scenarios. We have the oceanic to continental convergence, oceanic to oceanic convergence, and the continental to continental convergence. We have the second type of plate boundary, the divergent boundary, in which a region, the crustal plates are moving apart. And the last type of plate boundary is the transform boundary. It's produced when two plates slide past each other. Before we proceed with our discussion, let's have an activity. It's called word search. You're gonna find 10 words that you can see. What are the clue? The words that you can see are all associated with our past lesson and incoming lesson. You can write your answer in your study notebook. I will give you 5 minutes. Here we go. Are you done? Let's check your answer. If you have divergent, very good. You got it correct. You have convergent, you have transform, you have subduction, you have convection, you have reef, you have trench, you have plate tectonics, earthquake, and volcano. Did you get the 10 words? Congratulations! You have 10 points. Earthquake and volcano are always associated with plate tectonics. That's why when earth tectonic planes grind past one another, enormous amount of energy can be released in the form of earthquake. And also, volcanoes are also found near plate boundary because molten rock from the deep within earth can travel upward at those intersection between plates. Let's talk about the oceanic to continental convergence. When continental and oceanic collide, the thinner and denser oceanic plate is overridden by the thicker and less dense continental plate. Oceanic plate is forced down into the mantle in the process known as subduction. When the oceanic crust overridden by the continental crust in the subduction zone, it is called subduction process. And the crust continues to force deeper into the earth where high heat and pressure cause trapped water and other gases to be released from it. Thus it makes base of the crust melt and it will form magma. The magma then form at the subduction rises up and builds up chamber where it feeds and create volcanoes. Collision between two continental plates crunches and folds the rock at the boundary, lifting it up and leading to the formation of mountain in ranges. When two oceanic plates collide, the older plate is formed under the younger one, and it's lead to the formation of chains of volcanic island known as the island arc. There is also one of the occurrence of tsunamis. In divergent boundary, once a divergent boundary occurs, normal faults develop on both sides of the reef, and the central blocks slide downwards. Earthquake occur as a result for this fracturing movement. Early in the rift-forming process, streams river will flow into the sinking rift valley to form a long linear lake. New crust is created by intruding magma as a result for diverging boundary. And beneath oceanic lithosphere, the rising convection current below lifts the lithosphere, producing mid-ocean ridges. In transform boundaries, its result, plates rub against each other, the new stress can cause portions of the rock to break, resulting in earthquake. And a transport fault may occur in the portion of fraction zone that exists between different offset of different centuries to deep sea trenches in the subduction zone. Now, let's answer Learning Task 1. Open your module on page 25 and page 26. You'll be able to see questions number 1 to 3 on page 25 and also questions number 1 to 3 on pages 26. Write your answer in your notebook. Answer only. Are you done? Let's check your answer. Who can answer number 1? What processes occur along divergent plate boundary? It is the rift zone. A processes that occur along divergent boundary is the rift zone. What geologic features form from two plates move away from each other? What are the two one? Geologic features move away from each other are the rift valley and the mid-ocean ridges. Number 3. Compare rift valley from mid-ocean ridges. The rift valley occurs in diverging of continental to continental plates, while mid-ocean ridges occur in diverging oceanic to oceanic plates. Let's answer the second page question, which is number 1. What process occurs along transport fault boundary? Transport fault boundary that occurs is the fraction zone. What do plates boundary become a transport fault? Plate boundary become transport fault when they move sideways and slide past each other. Why transport fault occurs in lithosphere? Transport fault occurs in the lithosphere because some of the plates are moving parallel to each other and no new lithosphere is being created to change that length. I hope everybody got it correct who got perfect score. Let's have a summary with our discussion. We discussed plate boundaries with its geologic features, geologic events, and geologic classes. So we have the convergent plate boundary, which then proceed with the formation of different geologic features, which are the volcanic island arc, mountain ranges, volcanoes, and trenches. And once it's happened, it can cause geologic events like earthquake and tsunami. And it happened because of the geologic process known as the subduction zone and the collision zone. Now, let's have the divergent plate boundary. When divergent plate boundary happen, geologic features like rift valley and mid-ocean ridges form. And also, geologic events like earthquake can occur because of the geologic process known as rift zone. In transport fault boundary, geologic features, it doesn't have any geologic features, but it gives us geologic events like earthquake, and it's happened because of the geologic process known as fraction zone. I hope that you learned something from this session. See you again next meeting. Thank you and God bless all.